Will 5 o'clock never come?
Good afternoon. The time is
party time.
It's party time.
Oh my God, what's happening now?
We work hard. We play hard.
What time is it?
5 o'clock.
Let's party.
TGIF. Thank God it's Friday.
It's Friday night.
What day is this?
It's Friday.
Get down, get down. Everybody's working for the weekend.
I'm taking what they're giving cause I'm working for a living.
You better work.
I don't think so.
I want you to get up now. I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell.
Welcome to the Weekend Kickoff Mix Show with your host, DJ Racer.
Right here.
Boss, you know we finally here, right?
Well,
It's Friday then.
This is Freestyle Lovers Radio.
Woo! It's go, 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 go time. Tick, tick, boom.
Music Lovers Radio.
Picking up toys. Separate men from the boys. Chopper be singing, should be on the voice. Bang, bang, we gon' ride out. Gang, gang, we gon' die out. Want it like this, ain't no timeouts. Tell me who really gon' find out. Rowdy. We get rowdy, rowdy. Rowdy. We get rowdy, rowdy.
We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go 8 going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep.
Tick, tick, boom.
Hard body, and not scaring nobody. You make me resort to wildin'. You must be blind by the diamonds. I don't want it to be this way, but y'all won't need to try this. So it's no way around it. You the loudest one, it's going quiet.
Rowdy. We get rowdy, rowdy. Rowdy. We get rowdy, rowdy.
We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go 8 going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep.
It's go, 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 go time. Tick, tick, boom. You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me? You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me? You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me? You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me?
We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go 8 going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep.
It's go, 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 go time. Tick, tick, boom.
The Weekend Kickoff Mix Show with your host, the Puerto Rican gangsta, DJ Racer.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Weekend Kickoff Mix Show. I am your host, DJ Racer. We're going to have a good time today. We are going to play some music for the first half. We're going to have George G coming from Chubano Entertainment, talk to us about how he got into the music business. We're going to listen to some salsa music. We're going to listen to some real music and freestyle music, and we're going to have a good time today. And of course, second half of the show, I'm going to hit you guys with some freestyle. So I hope you guys stick around. I'm going to be here for the 2 hours. Everybody streaming on all the apps across the world. Welcome, everybody. Man, it's a beautiful Friday. My New York Knicks just won the game barely. Great game, 8-game winning streak. This is amazing. The game just ended. The show just started. What a way to start it. So welcome, everybody. We're going to get started. Let me say what's up to everybody that's already in the chat room. What's going on? DJ Storytime. What's going on? We got DJ Modify all the way from Germany. That sexy son of a bitch. Yeah, that's right. We got Bossy in the building. We got Rachel. We got DJ Doc. Oh, man, he put on an amazing show today. He's on every other Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure you check that boy out. He absolutely killed it today. Great show. Congratulations on that. Welcome, everybody. My beautiful wife who's always listening in, Gracie. What's going on? My beautiful sister, Salis. We got Chubano Entertainment in the building. That's going to be the guest of honor for today. Make sure you guys say hi to him. All right, guys. We got DJ PJ Serra listening in, man. We're going to have a good time. Let's start the show. You guys ready? Here we go. Go.
Let's make it happen.
Turn it up, homeboy. DJ turning on the wheels of steel. You're in the mix with DJ Racer on Freestyle Lovers Radio. Freestyle Lover
Come take my hand. You and I will fly to the rhythm of love. Rhythm of love. Far above the sky. Looking eye to eye. Feel the rhythm of love. Rhythm of love. Just drive me crazy. Girl, I can see all your moves. Cause baby tonight, we're taking this party high. You can catch me out in Pluto. Catch me out in Pluto. I'm out of this world. Where the hell are you? I shot for the moon. But skip right past Mars. I shot for the moon. Now I'm here among the stars. Despacito, mami, yo sé que te va a gustar.
Mr. Worldwide.
Despacito, mami, yo sé que te va a encantar. Mueve, dale, vamos. Despacito, mami, yo sé que te va a gustar. Mueve, dale, más sabrosito.
Ahora vamos a la fiesta.
Vamos a bailar. Es la cosa. Levantamos. Aprieta. Vamos. Una mexicana se puso a bailar. Sudaba tequila, yo quiero probar. Y yo soy vegana, la van a envidiar. Baila como diosa, Chino Bogdan.
Tú bailas como una descarada. Eso me encanta. Dale descarada.
All right, yo, you know what time it is. It is now a little bit late, actually. It's 7:49 in the West Coast, 10:49 in the East Coast, and it's time for DJ Racer's debuts. Today we have So Easy to Love. This one right here is Evelina Destiny featuring Drayman. Hope you guys like it. Here we go.
It's yet another DJ Racer exclusive. You heard it here first. Check it out. Check it out.
You're so easy to love. You're always on my mind and I can't sleep. You go to church and you always helping people out. I love that about you. I can't stop thinking if you're thinking me. You're so easy to love. You know that you piss me off sometimes. And it's not even driving me crazy. I guess you're easy to love. You're easy to love. You're so easy to love. You know that you piss me off sometimes. It's not even driving me crazy. I guess you're easy to love. You're easy to love. Easy to love. Going to remind you what you said to me. You're always thinking of me. You get all wound up, excited. You can't wait to see me, to touch me, kiss me, make love to me. You're so easy to love. You know that you piss me off sometimes. And it's not even driving me crazy. I guess you're easy to love. You're easy to love. You're so easy to love. You know that you piss me off sometimes. It's not even driving me crazy. I guess you're easy to love. You're easy to love.
Music Lovers Radio. You're listening to another DJ Racer exclusive.
I feel complete and happy. I don't want this feeling to end. I wish you were here, holding me, kissing me. I don't want nobody else. I always see love in your eyes. You're so easy to love.
There you guys go. So Easy to Love, Evelina Destiny featuring Drayman. Want to send a big shout out. I see you out there, Miguel. What's going on? We got Powerstar Radio up in the building. We're going to have George call in about 7 more minutes. I'm going to play a couple more tracks for you guys. Hope you guys like it. Here we go.
Let's make it happen. Turn it up, homeboy. DJ turning on the wheels of steel. You're in the mix with DJ Racer on Music Lovers Radio.
The volume.
Hey everyone, this is George G of Cubano Entertainment, and you're listening to DJ Racer, only on Freestyle Lovers Radio.
We've got George G in the building, Cubano Entertainment. What's going on, my brother? Welcome to the Weekend Kickoff Mix Show.
How are you? Thank you.
Oh, man, you know what?
I'm looking at some of the pictures that you're showing of me, and I'm laughing, actually.
Oh, man, I got to tell you, in every single one of those pictures, you're smiling, you're having a good time. And, man, this is what it's all about, man. And you were supposed to be here. I believe it was June of last year. Something happened. You couldn't make it.
Yeah.
But you're here today. That's all that matters. What's going on? Talk to us. How you doing?
I'm doing great, just making the best of everything. Life is good right now. What more can I say?
That's great, man. We got KC of Clear Touch in the building. He's in the chat room. Came out here to support you. Everybody came out here to support you. You're one of those guys that you're in the music business and you do a lot, but you're very, very humble and very, very quiet. You like staying behind the scenes. You don't want to be that guy that always stands out. Talk to us a little bit about how your personality doesn't interrupt the music side of it.
Well, I think the key to it is never forgetting where you came from, where and how people got their start. I was fortunate enough to have met a lot of the artists that are on Cubano Entertainment while I was in college. And just an interesting fact, I went to the same college as Mickey Garcia of Micmac Records.
Wow. Now, when you were in college and you went with Mickey Garcia, is that when you decided to kind of like pick his brain and get into the business, or did you just watch what he did in the background?
Well, see, Mickey graduated already when I started going to the same college, and how I met Mickey, and it's funny how I met Casey and the guys from Clear Touch, and I used to call Micmac all the time and arrange interviews for the college radio station. Nice. And one thing led to another, where I ended up calling, at that time, Chrissy Ais was signed to a RMM Records subsidiary called Soho Sounds. So, like, most of the artists that I have worked with, either I met in college.
Wow. Now, listen, we all see you working. We all see what you do. And every picture that I'm showing there right now, you like literally go to like every show, no matter what genre it is, freestyle, hip hop, salsa, merengue. You're at every single show, and from the looks of the pictures, and I went through a lot of your pictures, you're backstage.
I see that.
Yeah, you're with the artist. You're backstage. You're having a good time. Okay, so I know how your relationship built up with Clear Touch, but how did you build relationships with basically all those artists that are in all those pictures?
Well, going back to the beginning of my career in music up to now, I started as an intern, and a lot of people do know me from freestyle, but I actually started as an intern for a salsa record label, which is RMM, who had artists. Now I'm going to be naming people that I think are legends in the Latin music industry. Of course, Tito Puente was there. Celia Cruz was signing there. Tito Nieves, Orquesta de la Luz, Ray Sepulveda, Cheo Feliciano. So how I ended up going behind the scenes was I interned like every department of the label, and then one night, now I was roughly 20 years old, And if you love music and you're interning for a record label, and the people who are your supervisors said, "Hey, you got to go to this club and you're going to be road managing Tito Puente tonight." That was like, to me, a no-brainer. Like, you're working at that time and the king of Latin music, El Rey de Timbales. So that's where I got my start. Micmac Records was actually my second job in the music industry. But, you know, I had already known, like, once again, what I said. I already had met Casey, Angel, and John of Clear Touch. I had already met Johnny O. So that's how that all happened.
Are you still in communication with Mickey Garcia today? Are you guys still friends?
We're friends on Facebook. The last time I spoke to him might have been like 4 or 5 months ago.
Nice. And of course,
yeah, Mickey is doing different things now, but I still pick his brain every now and then.
As you should. I mean, he's been in the business for a long ass time. He knows the business in and out. And yes, he is doing different things, but he's still out there. He's still giving advice and selling licenses to some of his tracks that, you know, people remake and redo and remix. So that, you know, that's a great thing. He's still doing his thing. But now with you, everyone is wondering, I mean, come on now, Josh G es el chinito gordito, right? No one would have expected you to be so deep into the Latin salsa music, and you are. So tell me a little bit about why you chose the Latin music over, you know, any other type of music. Because I know that you have your hands in every genre here and there, but it seems like you're focused more on the Latin-based music. So tell us a little bit about that one.
Well, like, I will quote some of the artists that know me, some of the DJs in New York City that know me. I am the most Puerto Rican Chinese man you'll ever meet. And besides that, a little bit of my family history. My father is Chinese, but he lived in Cuba for roughly 20 years of his life.
Okay.
So, in a weird sort of way, I consider myself Latino, and I just got a Chinese face.
And let me tell you, everybody else considers you Latino, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a track. We're going to play Chrissy Ahí Se Acabó. And then when we come back, we all want to hear you talk a little bit of Spanish. So get your Spanish practice right now, because you got about 3 or 4 minutes to do that. And we're going to play Se Acabó. This one right here is Chrissy Ahí. Here we go.
One sweet love, and love was my purpose. Through the pain of life, you brought me goodness. To be saved in the shape of your love was all I lived for. Love was good, love was pure. Se acabó. Lo nuestro está muerto. Se acabó. Te juro que es cierto. Si hay un poco de fe en nuestro amor, todavía me quedaba. Ya no existe. Ya no hay nada.
Wow, that's such a powerful song, and I know there's a salsa version of that track, but I really, really like this rendition. It's called the Latin Soul. Talk to me a little bit how you were able to communicate and work with such a wonderful powerhouse, beautiful, talented voice of an angel, Chrissy Aiz.
Well, once again, I met Chrissy when I was in college, and at the time she was signed to Soho Sounds. So I've known Chrissy since basically the beginning of my career in music. And how this came about was, I don't even remember how I heard the original version, which is by the amazing artist known as La Lupe. The original version of the song was recorded in 1969.
That's correct.
And my brain just went to, like, who do I know that could redo this song and give it a modern feel? And automatically, I had a dream that it was Chrissy. So, and Chrissy will tell you this story where I was literally on Facebook, like blasting my Facebook page every other day. Chrissy Aiz, if you see this, give me a call. And I inboxed her my phone number. So finally she called me one day, and she was like, what's up? I was like, hey, I have this amazing song idea. I think you should do it. And it's to remake a La Lupe song. And I think when you interviewed Chrissy, she adamantly said no to doing the song originally.
That's correct. She sure did.
She was like, she said no because, you know, La Lupe is a legend. And then I told her, I said, hey, the producer I got to work on the song is none other than Grammy Award winner Edwin Ramos. And that's what slowly changed her mind. So the version that you just played is what we recorded first. We weren't thinking about salsa. And then it got to the point where we was like, okay, how do we really reintroduce Chrissy to the Latin market? And we all sat down, me, my business partner, a radio promotions person by the name of Eddie Rodriguez, that we all said, we have to do a salsa version. And that's what happened. And that was what that was the start of Chubano Entertainment. Even though I've already been involved in the industry as a road manager for so many artists, a lot of them that you see in the photos, and it just went that route that, hey, I'm doing a Latin label.
Not that's dope, but I wanna take a second, and I wanna step away from music I wanna step away from music 1 second, and I gotta ask you this because everything that I ask you comes back to college. So George, come on, don't hold back. I need you to tell me, what the hell were you doing in college? Because it seems to me everything you say is George G was the biggest party animal in college. So forget about the music industry for a second. Let's go pretend you're in college today. What the hell did you do in college besides study, of course? Tell me what you did, because you met a lot of these people in college, so there was a lot of heavy parties going on. Talk to me.
The college radio station that I was involved with, we were like the equivalent of if you're from New York City, we were the equivalent of KTU, but on a college scale, that there were times where we broke a song before KTU or Hot 97. And my job with the college radio station was I was in charge of getting interviews. So I was calling every record label, introducing myself to the record labels, you know, and hustling for lack of better words, and trying to get like Clear Touch up to the radio station to do an interview. Johnny O, TK. I think I was responsible for getting TKA up to the station. So I mean, yes, the college radio station, we did have, you know, DJs that DJ'd in clubs around New York City also, and we were all college-age kids. So one of my good friends is who actually got a job working with Hot 97 in New York is DJ Gumby, and he had like a big fan base in New York City. So it wasn't really the partying; it was really the want of wanting to be involved in the industry.
But when you mention all the names that you wanted to get into the radio station for interviews, every single name you mentioned was a freestyle artist. So going into this, was your mind into freestyle and then later took a U-turn into the Latin world?
No, because my first job or my internship was with a Latin record label. So, like, as I mentioned earlier, and so I think that's what it was that led me into doing a Latin music-based record label. You know, on the label, we do have a bachata single out for a group. We have a Spanish dance song out for Noel Valle, who most of you will know as NV.
That's dope. That is dope. And you're also working with my brother who was here last week, Angel Solis of Clear Touch. I mean, I remember when you sent me that track and you told me it was Angel, I was like, no effing way can this be Angel from Clear Touch. And you sent it to me, and I remember playing it back. And remember I told you, I played it back, and I'm like, George, stop fucking with me. Who is this? And you said, oh, that's Angel Solis from Clear Touch. I said, that can't be. This guy sounds like he's been doing salsa forever and ever and ever. He sounds like a veteran. And you said, no, it's Angel. And the track is amazing. Talk to me a little bit about that track, how you got Angel to come in and do that one.
Well, Angel, when we were recording Sakao, Angel had stopped off in the studio. And we had a break in the recording session, and I had a chance to talk to Angel. And Angel was like, he literally said, hey, I have a salsa song. It just needs to be updated a little and whatever. And basically, you know, sometimes it's as simple as, all right, send me the track. He sent me the track, and I turned around and gave it to Edwin Ramos. And that's basically it. Edwin said, all right, let's do this. And that's exactly what it was.
And it was a dope track, man. I'm telling you, that track to me took... So I know how I love the track, George, but can you tell me or elaborate a little bit about how it did on the Latin side of it? Because I kind of don't pay attention too closely on the Latin side of the music. So how did it do on that side?
Well, I mean, you know, through the years of working in the industry, you make relationships with artists and DJs. I've learned from working with two of the biggest labels in the world at the time, like, you know, Micmac being that big label in freestyle at the time, and RMM, that you have to cater to the DJs. That's my personal belief, and that's what I was taught. Because it's a DJ like you, like Storytime, Boricua, all the DJs that are in the room, Soul Posada. Back then, it was like before radio broke it out onto radio, you wanted the song to be played in the club to see real-time reaction.
Right.
So that was my thing. But, you know, for Angel, it was just like we've heard him with the clear touch, and they, they still sound amazing with the new song I Know, but with Angel doing salsa, I was just like, okay, we're gonna do a little something different with his salsa song. We're gonna keep it slightly urban, where it's gonna appeal to everyone that listens to Latin music. And as far as the charts go, we hit number one on some charts. We actually got terrestrial FM radio play for the song in the Northeast corridor. As far as Boston and certain stations in Massachusetts, I believe, Rhode Island. But I had like Latin DJs for like, and I started using this line for him because a DJ sent me this. This has got to be one of the newest and most dynamic voices to hit the genre of salsa.
Totally agree. 100%. Again, when I heard the track, I was like, holy crap. As a matter of fact, I got the track queued up, George. Let's play it. Let's let the listeners listen for themselves, guys, in the chat room. Tell us how you like it, especially if you understand that. I know people like Storytime ain't going to understand a word of the song, but everybody else, let us know what you think. Here we go.
Sale el sol por mi ventana y se acerca ya el momento de tu partida. Y aunque sé que me muero yo por dentro, es mejor mis sentimientos ocultar. Vete ya, porque no quiero que me veas a mí llorar. Porque te queda poca fuerza y la que queda está agotada. Vete ya y no me digas que me quieres, pero te vas. Y no me digas que me amas, que volverás. Porque el tiempo es enemigo y este amor fracasará. El tiempo y la distancia nos acabarán. Vete ya, vive tu vida en otra parte, no vuelvas más. Vete ya, la decisión fue solo tuya, amor, y de nadie más. Vete ya, ahora me pides que lo piense, que volverás. Tú decidiste por los dos y ese fue tu
we got Danny G Styles from NYC Rhythm who said, play this salsa during a jam, a party, and see what happens. I've actually done it, and people absolutely love it, and they come up to me and they ask me who that is. I'm telling you, it's a great, great track. Angel killed it. Now, tell me, George, I don't know if you could or cannot tell me, is there more in the works with Angel and salsa?
Yes. Angel will be going into the studio. I believe the date that we settled on is March 15th. We are doing a song that he wrote, and it's called Libre Soy. And it will be produced by Adan Perez, who is also a multiple Grammy-nominated producer in the Latin music field. And some of the musicians that are going to be involved are also world-class Latin music musicians.
Wow, that's I mean, I can't wait. I hope you send it to me first, because I'm so curious to see if he could top this, because that is such a great track. Now you, George, you wear so many hats. You're a manager, you do security, and you work for my beloved New York Mets. How the hell do you find time to do all this, man?
Well, I mean, doing security for some of these artists, and also for a concert venue, and also working for the New York Mets, it leaves me a lot of time to thankfully be able to work for my label, which, and that's the thing. You have to make time. I truly believe you have to make time for the things you love. Otherwise, it's just not worth it. If you can't devote time to the things you love, then it's not worth it. There's an old saying: if you do what you love, it will never seem like a job. And that's what I truly believe. And once it starts feeling like it's a job, you got to take a break and find that love again, find that fire again.
Now that since you've been in the music business all over the place, what do you tell a young artist coming into the business? Forget the genre, into the business. Which way would you persuade them to go? Would you persuade them to start R&B, hip hop, salsa, freestyle? What advice would you give a young artist coming into the business?
I think it goes back to, once again, go into the genre that you love. The important thing is learn the business of music. And I'll be frankly honest to everyone in the room, and I see UOMCs in the room, that you have to learn the business of music. It's great that you want to be a singer. It's great you want to be a producer. You want to be a DJ. But you have to know what comes along with that. Contracts, performance rights. As a singer-songwriter, you have to know how you're getting paid. It's not just performing. It's you get paid for the song being played on radio, satellite radio, YouTube, Spotify. So you want to make sure you get paid for that. So you have to be part of BMI or ASCAP or CSAC. You just have to know the business, and you have to know how to read a contract. That's the advice that I give younger artists. I actually had a hip hop artist ask me what could he do to get himself out there, and he told me what he was doing that he wasn't really paying for production. He was kind of, for lack of a better word, licensing his beats. And I told him, I was like, you might not want to do that. You could find a producer out there that's willing to work with you, and they'll charge you less, or, you know, you work out a deal, because everybody's a business person. And right now, it turned out that he just released 3 songs. I wish I knew more about the hip hop industry and that I could help him, but hip hop is not my forte, unfortunately.
Right.
But whenever he calls me to ask for advice, I'll give him advice.
That's dope. Now this young lady that's out right now. I know for a fact 1,000% you've heard of her. Her name is Cristal.
I love her song.
Yeah, Strong Island Entertainment. I think that's an artist right there that's up and coming. I think that in the correct element, I think she could do really big things, but I think she needs to be surrounded around the right artist. And is that someone that you've thought about maybe working with?
I'll be honest with you. DJ Doc, or DOC, and I have spoken about her. So I've given DOC some advice on how to promote her a little bit better. Make sure, like as I stated earlier, get it to the DJs, get it to the record pools. There are record pools out there that still accept songs from independent labels. So I actually steered him to send the song to one of the record pools that I deal with, and I send all my material to, which is Latinos Unidos record pool. So that and that's what it is. You have to, on my end, I have to believe in the artists I work with, and I have to realize that it is the music industry, and the return financially might not be like right away, but there's something that I like to say, which is legacy, which is perfect example because he's in the room. It's been over a decade since Clear Touch released new music, but the new song that they have, it's amazing.
It's amazing.
I love, you know, so you have to have the right team. You have to have, like, everything just has to be in place.
Yeah, see, here's the problem I see, George. I see that every time we have a young artist that comes out, I think the management wants to throw that artist, I call it throwing the artist to the wolves. And they'll take a hip hop track, they'll take an R&B, they'll take whatever any record label offers to them, and I think that's the wrong thing to do. I think that no matter how low in the totem pole you are or how high you are, you need to be selective in the projects you choose to be involved in, and that's why I was asking you, have you ever thought about working with Cristal? Because I think Cristal already has the management, but I think she can use the right element involved when it comes to artists, and I think she needs to be around artists. I don't want to hear her in a damn rap record or with a rap guy. Nah. She's not. No, she needs to stick. That voice is too good to do those type of things, and that's what I was meaning to ask you in when I ask you what advice you give them.
I don't think it's necessarily the artist. I think it's what you mentioned. You have, as an artist, you have to have the right manager that you know is going to take care of you. Like when I managed Edie and got her back out onto the freestyle scene, it was what's in the artist's best interest. And when Edie came back out, she wanted to tell her side of the story, which is she's a breast cancer survivor. And God bless, she fought cancer twice, if I'm correct. So when I worked with her in 2014, and I introduced her to Artie Rodriguez to produce the song, and it just literally told her story, and that's what it is. You, as a manager, you have to look out in the best interest of your artist.
Absolutely. Absolutely agree, man. And you're doing a fabulous, fabulous job. We got one more track that I want to play. This one is Cuando Tú, Noel Valeri. Talk to us a little bit about that track.
It was actually a different mix. Noel Valeri is actually NV, the singer of Girl You Hear Me Crying, Some Kind of Love. And he was experimenting with some Latin music, but in the dance realm. And once again, I've known NV for probably 20 some odd years.
Let me guess, from college. From college.
No, actually, no. I met him when I was working at Micmac, and he was signed to High Power. Now, the relationship between Micmac and High Power, for some of you who don't know this in the freestyle world, but most people do, Tony Garcia of High Power Records and Mickey Garcia of Micmac, they're brothers. So, of course, they're doing business with each other. And, one day I had to head over to the High Power office to drop off something from Mickey to Tony. And that's how I met Sammy Zone. I met NV. So, yeah.
It's just amazing, man. It's unbelievable to hear, and I love. That's why I'm glad you came on the show, because I love picking your brain and just seeing how there's other people like you that are involved in the music industry, doing backstage shows and being backstage managers and doing everything you did, but they don't take advantage of the situation. You definitely 100% took advantage of the situation and made something really, really, really good for you. So I congratulate you for that, because not everyone can do that.
Thank you. It's literally, for lack of better words, networking and cultivating the relationships and the friendships. Dare I say it, that it leads to brotherhood. I mean, Envy and I have had dinner together at his mom's apartment. Back in the day, a very young Mark Anthony, when he still lived in the projects, because people know Mark's story. He grew up in the projects. One of his first gigs that I was his road manager, we ended up in his mom's apartment, which, at that time, I believe he was still living with his mom. And his mom made us literally arroz con habichuela y chuleta. And she made sure that we ate before he went to the show.
Damn, that's now Mark Anthony. We all know Mark Anthony is a huge artist. Do you still stay in touch with him?
Unfortunately, not. Which I would love to, see Mark again one day, but I'll be honest with you. Like, I'm definitely one of his fans. That I'll pay the money. At the last time I saw Mark in concert was about 4 years ago, maybe, at Madison Square Garden in New York City, and I had no problem paying for the ticket and just being there, and just because it's different. As you're working the event, you're working with the artist, and then actually being in the auditorium or the concert venue and watching it as a fan and truly enjoying it as a fan.
And sometimes it's good. It's really good to do that because we've all done that. We've all. It feels so good sometimes to take a seat back and just watch the way it all orchestrates and works and the way everybody deals. It's an amazing thing. So I can totally understand what you're talking about. That's awesome. Now we have two. We got UUMC and we got DJ PJ Serra. Talk about arroz habichuela con chuleta. Listen, those two cats right there, they can cook their asses off. And they both owe me a damn dinner. I want a homemade dinner from both of them. And are you a good cook, George?
I do. I'm fortunate enough that my father owned a Chinese Cuban restaurant in New York City.
Did you say Chinese Cuban restaurant? That's awesome.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so tell me. Okay, so if you got Chinese food and Cuban food, tell me what type of experiments you came up with, because I'm sure you came up with some crazy dishes.
Chuleta con arroz frito y habichuela. Or my personal favorite is chicharrón de pollo con arroz frito and a side order of habichuela with it.
Oh, that sounds so good. That sounds so good. Now, is that restaurant still around?
Unfortunately not. My father retired many years ago, and he passed away early 2002, 2003. My father passed away. But to answer your question, I like to cook. I dabble in cooking, so yes.
Now, let me ask you this. So we know you're in security. We know you're into music management. We know you work for the New York Mets. Is there anything else that George G does that we do not know about?
Photography.
You do photography? Oh, yes, you're right. In a lot of those pictures, you're right. You are holding a camera. You are. Wow.
I've been blessed that I've been in the right place at the right time. So how I learned photography is from a gentleman by the name of Billy Tinney, who used to be the head photographer and photographic editor for Tattoo magazine. Wow. And I just, one day, and I met his wife. I was chit-chatting it up with his wife. As funny as it sounds, she had to go to the ladies' room. And she asked me, she felt that she could trust me if I could watch some of the merchandise and some of the equipment while her husband Billy was doing a photo shoot with a tattooed model. All of a sudden, he comes out of the photo studio and he's like screaming out her name. He's like, "Tammy, I need you in the studio." And then he sees me and he goes, "Where's my wife?" And I said, "If you're talking about the lady who was just here, she had to go to the ladies' room." And he looked at me, he goes, "Do you know anything about photography?" And I was like, "No, sir." And he literally goes, "Guess what? You're going to learn some photography right now." He grabbed me into the studio and had me readjust his lighting setup. And next thing you know, I'm working tattoo conventions with him, like whenever he came to New York. And even when I lived in Arizona for a short time, he told me, he goes, "Hey, I got a photo shoot. I'm doing the Mesa Tattoo Convention. Do you live near Mesa, Arizona?" And I was like, "I live like half an hour away from Mesa." He goes, "Good. You want a job this weekend?" And next thing you know, I'm learning photography.
Wow, man! So you've dabbled in so many things, and it seems like photography, you were in the right place at the right time. And George, you don't understand, man. I know that people are listening to this right now and going, "Well, other people," but it's really hard to do what you do, man. You probably do other stuff outside of photography too, man. I mean, Jesus Christ, man! I don't know how you find the time, man. I only DJ and work, and I can't find the time for that.
A lot of people might have seen me, believe it or not. A lot of people might have seen me. Like, if you see my photos here now, if you've ever watched Blue Bloods, I was on an episode of Blue Bloods as a background extra. I was on an episode of the Daredevil Netflix series as a background extra. I've acted in some independent films. So, you just have to have the love for entertainment and music.
Damn, that's good. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to play Cuando Tú by Noel, and then we're going to come in and we're going to come back and do our closing statements and give our shout-outs. Man, this has been an amazing interview, man. It's awesome what you've accomplished and what you're doing, but we'll finish up the conversation after this. Everybody, this one right here is Cuando Tú by Noel Valle. Here we go.
Music Lovers Radio.
That's a dope track right there. Now, I got to ask you something that I know the listeners are going to tell me. Why didn't you ask them this? Because I know a lot of people are very curious about this. Chubano Entertainment, is that a management company? I know the answer, but I just want you to clarify to the listeners. Is it a management company or a record label?
It's both. It's both. You know, I have discussed management with a lot of Casey, if he's still in the room. I managed Clear Touch for a year early in my career. I managed Edie. I road manage, which is something totally different. Johnny O for like a good on and off for 20 years. I road managed Noel Valet for a few years. So it's both. And management is different than actually running the label. So, what I tell people, besides the young artists, that people that want to work in the music industry, learn the business of the music industry. My business partner, he didn't have a music industry background, but in the course of the existence of the label, he is literally my equal now, as far as knowing the business of music.
That's dope, man. I again, man, I can't thank you enough for coming on the show and letting us pick your brain, because we always have artists that come in here. I've had artists, DJs, producers, and it's not every day or every week that we get to have somebody like you that's been in the music industry in so many plateaus. You've done so much. So thank you for giving us words of wisdom, for guiding us and tell us what we needed to know. And with that being said, I want to thank everybody who made tonight possible. Of course, we've got Freestyle Lovers Radio, Music Lovers Radio, SGR Records, Powerstar Radio, NYC Rhythm, Say a Lot of Promotions, Verse 312 Records, Vibe 24/7, Classic 407. We've got Extreme Mix Radio, Canadian Freestyle Music, and more, and Foxy Bond Entertainment. We're broadcasting on 7 different platforms tonight, George. The microphone is all yours. Give your closing statements and your shout-outs. It's all you.
Well, before I close, I know you heard what's coming next for Chubano Entertainment. We just entered into production with the lead singer of DLG, and she's also a phenomenal solo artist, Miss Yaya, and she's going to be doing a salsa song for us. And I know I sent you a very small clip, and I wish we were able to play it, but the decision of the producer, Miss Yaya herself, and the business partner, we opted not to do that. But I'll ask you, that little 15-second clip that I sent you.
It's going to be fire. And I wish to God that we can play it. What was my response the minute you sent it to me? I'm like, can I get the whole track? And you were like, nope, you're only getting the little clip. So the little 15-second clip is dope. I can't wait. Can you at least give us a little hint on when that's going to be completed?
We're going into the studio next week, I believe March 8th, to finish the recording and to get everything perfect. And, it's just that. And then, as we stated earlier, Angel Solis is going into the studio the week after, on the 15th of March, to start the production process. So, I've been blessed. And I just want to thank everyone who's in the chat room for supporting a genre of music that you, Racer, don't normally play on this show. And I just want to thank everyone, from the artists that I've known through the years that I've worked with, all the DJs that have supported, and just all the fans. I don't know if Soul Posada is still in the chat room, but we're in discussions to release a track for her.
Wow.
And for those of you who don't know, Soul Posada is also an amazing singer.
She sure is.
Besides being an amazing DJ, she's also an amazing singer.
She sure is. She sure is. Man, so again, man, you have your hands in so many cookie jars, man, and it makes me proud to be able to call you anytime I need advice or need anything. And guys, everybody listening in, George is one of the most nicest, most humbled people in the whole business. He will open and talk to you and give you advice, anything you need. He's just a message away. So I want to thank you once again for coming on the show, George. And anything you need from us, from any of us, just let us know. And you know we got you.
I appreciate that. Once again, it's what you just said about me. I thank you about giving out the advice. I was fortunate enough to work with people that are considered legends in their genre, and not just the artists. If you know Latin music, you know the record label RMM Records, which is Ralph Mercado, who was, one of the biggest Latin music promoters at the time during the 90s. To have the legendary talents that he had on the label, which is Tito Puente, Celia Cruz, Cheo Feliciano, and then to also take a risk on people that were known freestyle artists, Mark Anthony, La India, and Chrissy Aiz, and give them a shot at doing salsa. And then moving from that to work with Micmac Records. And I mean, I actually say it all the time. I've been blessed. I have to mention someone that I did work with in the last year of his life, Mr. Eddie Rivera of RPBC Record Pool. So, I work both sides. I worked promoting records, but I also work for Record Pool and to see how the DJs react to records. And to be able to share some of the knowledge I've attained in my 20 plus years of being involved in music, you gotta pay it forward, as they say.
Absolutely.
And it's a legacy.
Absolutely, man. So I absolutely look forward to the new projects. I hope you share them with me. I can't wait. I'm like
of course,
kid in the candy store. I can't wait to listen to them. And as I said, George, anything you need from me, from any of us, you let me know, and we got your back 100%.
You got it.
All right.
I appreciate you all. I appreciate everyone that's in the chat room listening.
Absolutely. We love you, George. And have yourself a great weekend. Be good and keep pushing, brother. We're watching. Keep pushing.
Thank you so much.
All right. Have a good night.
Have a good night. Thank you.
Bye. There you guys have it. George G of Chubano Entertainment. A class act right there, man. I know I sound like a broken record, but we always have artists, producers, DJs, and to have somebody like him who dabbles in a little bit of everything is always a great thing. But guys, we got about half hour left. I will promise you guys some freestyle, so I hope you guys stick around and enjoy it. I know that we got people in the apps listening in all over the place. So guys, thank you for tuning in. It's been a lot of fun. We got half an hour to go. Hope you guys stick around. Let's keep it going. Here we go.
From the window to the wall, you're tuned in to the illest DJ on the planet. A man so bad, he eats apples without washing them first.
Whoa.
It's DJ Racer, the Puerto Rican gangster.
What we're gonna do right here is go back.
return. As I wait for love, watching time go by, I can see your face like a shadow in the night. As I wait for love, she'll be fast and true. Recognizing fate, never waits for you. As the moonlight shines, the rocks upon the tide. Memories of us faded back with the time. Now that I want you to know, I love you so. I can't let go. I need you to know. Here and now,
All right, everybody. I hope you guys all had a good time. I only got 9 songs into the playlist that I have for you guys, so I'm going to continue this playlist next week. It's a great playlist, as you heard. You know, I like to change it up. Sometimes I like to do new. Sometimes I like to do classics. And then sometimes I like to mix it all up and do a little bit of both and just have a good time with it, man. The great thing about DJing is that when you are behind the turntables or the controller, whatever it is, you are the orchestra leader for that time. 2 hours, 1 hour, 4 hours, whatever it is, you are the orchestra leader. And you can do whatever you want. And I love it. And most of the time we do all this from the top of our heads. And I probably won't remember what the hell I did. If I try to duplicate it, it will probably be horrible. But that's what you do. You go at it, and whatever happens, happens. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys had a great time. And with that being said, you guys have a good weekend. See you all next week.
Your systems are offline. A little bit of classics with a lot of new school. Playing the hottest freestyle tracks and mixes 24/7. Only on Freestyle Lovers Radio. If you didn't know, now you know.
You're listening to Vibe 24/7. 24/7. Banging all the hits you love. Feel the vibe. You're in the mix. Mix. On Classic 407. Banging all the hits.
You're listening to Stream Mix Radio.
Your worldwide class station.
You're about to go from 0 to 100. Real quick. Powerstar FM 101.7.
CFMAM production.
The Rhythm of NYC.
Because he
is. NYCRhythm.com.
Blazing the airwaves, coast to coast, 24/7. The hottest internet radio station playing the hottest music. It's MusicLoversRadio1.com. So turn it up.
Say It Louder Promotions. Say it louder for those in the back.